welcome to Gluten-Free and Gluttonous.
There's a massive and wonderful gluten-free community on Instagram, including some really entertaining and fun content creators who make the best memes and videos for our little corner of the internet. That's how I discovered Matt, aka Gluten-Free Street Gang. Originally from the States, he now lives in London, England, and will be joining me virtually and bringing his favorite gluten-free and gluttonous snack to munch on while we chat. Let's dial in and see what he's brought.
Today I'm talking with Matt, aka Gluten-Free Street Gang. You're not celiac, but you do have, a gluten-free lifestyle. Can you tell me a little bit about your background?
Yes, I don't have celiac disease. I eat gluten-free because I have IBS. And if you're familiar, you may be thinking that IBS, gluten is not a trigger food for that, but wheat is. Basically, the long story short is, roughly 9 years ago now, I had quite a bit of GI issues, a lot of just stomach pain, a lot of gastrointestinal issues, spending quite a lot of time alternating between not being able to stop going to the bathroom and not being able to. Migraine, headaches. It was the opposite of fun.
Oh, the whole gang.
the whole gang is here. So while I learned in later years that the issue was wheat and not gluten, I still follow a gluten-free diet because it's easier to follow, easier to explain, and more understood. And it meets the needs that I have to not spend every day trying to the porcelain gods.
So at what point did you start your Instagram then, and what was sort of the motivation behind it?
I started my Instagram, it's coming up on 4 years this August. And in Boston, I would go to the spin studio in Somerville, and religiously afterwards, I would go to the Starbucks next to it and get a Trenta iced coffee and their gluten-free breakfast sandwich. Because one day I walked in and tried to order the sandwich, and they told me it's no longer made, and my brain thought they were saying they don't have it. I was like, oh, when do you get your shipments? And the person clarified, oh no, it's been discontinued. And for whatever reason, that just kind of broke me. And I started making memes as a coping mechanism for just the absurdities that come along with this diet. And as I started making more posts, the page just kind of took on a life of its own and took off. I like to think that I'm making a difference for other people as well. Whenever I get messages saying thank you for X or Y or Z, it's really puts a smile on my face. But also it's just fun and it's rewarding, and it feels like a valuable contribution to the gluten-free world. When I first started making memes, there really wasn't anyone talking about the gluten-free diet in a funny way. And I found that humor really helped make it a little bit easier to deal with.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to talk to you, because it was something where I was just I only know one person who lives, 300 miles away with celiac. I know no one else that eats gluten-free for, any reason. And I just felt like I'm going to go crazy if I don't have someone to talk to about this and share the absurdities, and was just oh my God, yes, this is perfect. And especially with your meme content, what millennial amongst us doesn't love a good meme? That just hits home.
Yeah.
Again, the bulk of my series is about celiac, but I want to make it clear that the doors should be open for all of us who are going through these restricted diets, because the impact is the same. We are all suffering the same loss of a quote-unquote normal life, and dealing with the fact that most of these diagnoses, if not all of them, are forever. I was just so glad when I finally did get on Instagram and found all these people. It just feels like you have this whole incredible network, and it doesn't matter if we've never spoke, if this is our first time speaking. Like, everyone wants to help.
100%. I couldn't agree more. Like, I think the biggest message that I want to drive home, is something we've talked about a bit, is your diagnosis matters and you matter. Even if you may not have an allergy, if it's not life or death, if it's a food sensitivity, that still matters. Your health matters, and being your own advocate and standing up for yourself is the best thing you can do to live your best life.
I'm curious, what gluttonous, gluten-free snack would you like to share with everyone and encourage them to try?
I don't know about you, but when I find like a new dedicated gluten bakery, if it has a bunch of different treats, I feel like I'm more likely to get way more than I would if it was just, if I could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
One of everything.
One of everything, please and thank you. Gluttonous is a lifestyle. So I grabbed it here. It is almost empty because when we get them, it does not last long in this house. But it is, again, this is the best illustration of it. Half milk chocolate, half the white chocolate and cookie bits. It is better. It should be a scheduled drug.
That is like my current obsession, and I've seen you post about this.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing this.
You know. But
ooh.
The Feel Good Food pancake bites. Oh my god! So these are the wild berry. I get both these and the regular, and obviously, like, so these are frozen. But I did legitimately eat these before our call today. Same thing, like you said, when I buy these, because I'll go to Whole Foods, like special trip, to get some of these things that I can't find anywhere else. I have to limit myself because I know that I'll eat these all within a couple days.
I have several snacks like that where I have to limit myself because I will eat like half the bag, half the box on the walk or the drive back home.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was great talking. Yeah, happy to help